Now this is the compound interest. Today is a new chapter. Now the compound interest is a new chapter, and in the previous class, class 8th, you have studied about the simple interest. Simple interest. This was the chapter in class 8th. In the simple interest, there was a formula that was very simple formula, that simple interest SI, it was PTR upon 100. What it was giving you, here the P was the principal, means amount of the money you lend, time, for how much time you have taken that money, rate of interest what you were paying, and 100 divided by 100, so the interest was coming it out. This was it. The same formula will be used in the compound interest this year too, but this is for the simplicity that how you will take the questions. Suppose there is a question, remember this question will define many concepts, it will clear in your life. Suppose there is a question, you take out, you lend 10,000 rupees for 3 years at 10% rate. You lend out 10,000 rupees for 3 years at 10% rate. Find what? Find simple interest and compound interest both. See, by this question you will understand the whole pattern of this chapter, and what you have studied last year too, that will be clear in your brain. Now, as always, answer must be written on the left hand side of the pen given you, and whatever digits are here, whatever numerical values are written over here, you have to mention first in any kind of the answer you are writing. What are those digits? Now, principal P is equal to 10,000 rupees. You have to mention this. Rate of interest R is equal to 10% and time is equal to 3 years. Got it? Now I am dividing this board in two parts. In one part I will find out the simple interest, and in the other part of the board I will find out the compound interest. Got it? This is a pen for simple interest. Principal interest is equal to PTR upon 100. Place the value, principal is 10,000 into time is 3 years, rate is 10% upon 100, 10 I am removing, 1000 into 3 is equal to 3000 rupees. This is called interest, and the amount payable will be principal plus interest, that is equal to 10,000 rupees plus 3000 rupees, that is equal to 13,000 rupees you have to pay at the end of the year. 13,000 rupees you have to pay at the end of the year. This is the case of the simple interest. But in the case of the compound interest, what it would be? Here in the compound interest, we divide the time, this time, which is equal to how much? 3 years. We have considered this time at once, time 3 years. T, the value of T is equal to 3 years. This is called simple interest, because interest is simplified, is simple interest. No complications are here. But this is compound interest, means the interest is compounded, means 1 year interest, other year is interest, third year interest. Now they are all compounded together, hence it is termed as compound interest. It means you will not take 3 years at once. You will part it in 3 different parts. First year, second year and third year. How it would be? See. Now, you will write down for first year. For first year. what it would be for the first year, the formula will be interest is equal to PTR upon 100. As in the live class, I have given you this example that the time will be always 1 year. So the formula may also be rewritten as PR upon 100. Because time is 1 year and 1 can be removed from here because always the numerical digit will be the same. PR upon 100, but don't write it in examination because your teacher will cut the marks. So you will not get, because you are getting 1 mark for this type of the formula PTR upon 100. This is only for the simplification. When you give in any type of the competitive examination, that time you will have the very small time to solve the question, which is very much difficult. That time you will use this formula PR upon 100. This is a shortcut method. So this is that method which you are going to apply now. Now place every value. What is the principle for here? Don't forget to write this thing what I am writing over here. Don't say, oh, already it is given over here, I don't need to write it. But in the examination, when you are going to solve the question, at that time this is going to be very important. Why it is so? I will tell you. So write for the value 10,000 rupees is the principal, rate is 10% and time is equal to 1 year. Now solve it. Interest is equal to PTR upon 100. Every time you have to use this formula. You have to write this formula. So place this value. P is 10,000. Time multiplied by time 1. Rate 10 upon 100. Remove 20 and it is equal to 1,000 rupees. Interest is equal to 1,000 rupees. So amount would be principal plus interest. That is equal to 10,000 rupees was the principal. Principal you will not find out from here. You will find out from where you have taken in this part of the question for the first year. From there you will take. Don't forget. Don't take it from here. Always take it from here. Make it a habit of yours. Understand? So principal is for 10,000 rupees plus 1,000 rupees. So it would be 11,000 rupees. This is the amount. Amount after 1 year. For the first year, amount after 1 year, this much it is. So I am writing this thing over here, over top of the board, and that is 13,000 rupees. 13,000 rupees. It is simple interest SI. Now I am removing everything from here. Was that? Now, because I have to solve it and show you in a better form. So I am removing it, okay? Now see, dear friends, it is clear. Now, for the first year I have solved this question. I am finding out the compound interest, and this is a line. I will not breach this border. So, for second year now, for second year, what you will write? Principal, that is equal to the amount of the first year will become the principal for the second year, 11,000. Now, why this was important to write PTR upon 100 every time? Because when you will solve this question, time is equal to 1 year and rate is equal to 10%, same. Now, formula interest is equal to PTR upon 100. PTR upon 100, don't forget to write formula every time. Place the value. Don't see this thing now. Don't see this. I have given you the advice. This time I am giving the advice. Forget it. Whatever you have solved for the first year, now start a new life for the second year. 11,000 rupees multiplied by the time 1 year. Rate of interest as usual 10% and 100, 2 zeros are removed. Now 1100 is the interest is equal to 1100 rupees. Now add and make amount is equal to principal plus interest, and it would be principal was 11,000 rupees and interest is adding interest in it at 1100 rupees. Now what it is converted? 2 zeros are same, 1 is here, 2, 1. 12,100 rupees is the amount for the second year. Now this will be the principal for the third year. For third year. Now you forget this and this too. For the principal, now principal will be 12,100 rupees. Time is equal to again 1 year and rate of interest is the same 10%. Using the formula, interest is equal to PTR upon 100. solve it for this, and this is 12,100 rupees, 1 year into 10 upon 100, 1010 is removed, 12,100 rupees is called the interest, 1,210 rupees is the interest. Now the amount would be principal plus interest. Principal was taken 12,100 rupees, 12,100 rupees plus 1210, 0 is 0, 1 is 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 13,300 rupees. Like this, we have seen you can solve this question according to this. How much money you had been giving when it was equal to simple interest. When it was simple interest, you were paying only 13,000 rupees. But when the matter comes for the compound interest, you are paying, for simple interest you are paying 13,000 rupees, and for compound interest you are paying 13,310 rupees. It means you are paying 331 rupees extra in the compound interest. This is why the every business houses, every business companies, or the every loan giving companies always can give you the loan when they said the compounded annually by compound interest. If it is compounded annually, it means this is the compound interest. So now you can easily understand how this compound interest is so much important and what is the difference between the compound interest and the simple interest. In simple interest, you take all the years together and take out the interest. In the compound interest, you take in the three different parts of compound. You compounded all the years and you solve. For the first year you solve, for the second year you solve, for the third year you solve. But it happens when there are three different years, or the time is the 3 years. But it is not that much complicated. Or here you can watch. I have given the answer 13,310 rupees. First I have to remove it out. I have given two different answers for the SI simple interest, for the CI compound interest, and I am writing both the answers over here, and then I will solve it by using another formula. This is a long method, but sometimes when you want to find it out in your examination whether you are giving the right answer or not, you don't know. At that time, 13,310 rupees. 13,310 rupees. This is the value, and 13,000 is the value by SI. Now friends, what will happen? I have to remove it first. In compound interest, now when we were using the formula for the simple interest and we took the money's final value 13,000 rupees. When we are using compound interest formula, the answer was 13,310 rupees. Now the formula for the both were same. Interest was equal to PTR upon 100. Now for the compound interest, this was the formula when we used in the three parts, for the first year, for the second year, for the third year. Now we will use a formula, another formula which is simplified form, then that is amount is equal to principal 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. As usual, this is amount, this is principal you have taken, this is the rate, n is the year. Sometimes this may be time also, but n is the formula, so you will take n over here. Now as our principal was 10,000 rupees in the question, rate was 10%, time was 3 years, I will put the same values in this formula. So amount is equal to principal is 10,000, 1 plus 10 upon 100 to the power 3, 10 is removed. Now in the next step, I cannot 10 1 ja 10, 1 11 by 10 into 3. Solve it out. 10,000 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10 into 11 by 10. 1230, 1230. 10 multiplied by 11, 11, 121 into 11. Now 1210 into 11. 1210, 1210, 01331. The answer is 13310 rupees and 13310 rupees. If you will use this formula, you don't have to solve the question in three different parts. Using the formula I is equal to PTR upon 100, when we use the formula for the compound interest, we divided 3 years in three different parts. For the first year using this formula, for the second year using this formula, for the third year again using this formula. But by using this formula, every time we have to keep a visual eye in this fact that the amount of the first year will be the principal for the second year, and the amount of the second year will be the principal for the third year, and the amount of the third year will be the final answer, which is equal to 13,310 rupees. Instead of that, by using the formula A is equal to P1 plus R upon 100 to the power n, where P is the principal, R is the rate of the interest, and n is the year, using in this formula. So we can find it out very easily what it is. So now it will be easier for you to understand how the simple interest and the compound interest are different, and what are the differences between these two, and what is when we use the formula CI and SI is equal to PTR upon 100, and what happens when we use the formula for the amount is equal to principal 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. So as you are getting older and older, it will be easy for you to understand the formulas according to them. So for the first time, when you will take your classes, you will attend your classes, that time teacher will teach you the formula PTR upon 100, because you are very much familiar with this formula. But later on, when you will be able to solve the questions by this formula, at that time he will teach you about the formula amount is equal to principal 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. But students, this is also very much important for you to know when this is the matter when the years are in the whole number and time rate are in whole number. But so what happens if the years will be converted not in whole number but in fractions? What's that? Let's check out. I have given you a question where the principal was equal to 10,000 rupees, rate was equal to 10%, and time was equal to 3 years. I use these three data to solve a question for the SI and CI. Now I say this is not 3 years, this is 2.5 years. 1 by 2 years. At this time, this is in fraction, means this is a half year. What would happen when you are going to solve this type of the question, and the principles is this, rate is this, and time is this, and your teacher will say find out the simple interest? What will happen? If I am going to find out the simple interest, I am making a tally over here. This is simple interest. For the simple interest is equal to PTR upon 100. Principal is 10,000. Time is 2.5 years. 2 to 4, 1, 5 by 2 years. 5 by 2. Rate of interest 10 upon 100. Multiply this 2. 2 zeros are gone. 2 5s are 10. 5 5s are 25. 100 into 25, that is equal to 2500. This is the interest, and the amount would be principal plus interest, and that is equal to 10,000 plus 2500 is equal to 12,500 rupees. This is the first condition for the simple interest. Now for the compound interest. Now compound interest. I will find out the compound interest for 2.5 years. What it would be? How I will write it down? I will write for the first year. For first year. As usual, for first year. Now the final answer is 12,705. Now I am using this formula. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus R upon 100 to the power n. 10,000 1 plus 10 upon 100 to the power 2.5 years. 2.5 years. Now what will happen? The years will be halved, years will be doubled, and the rate will be halved. Years are double, it means double of 2.5 is equal to 5. Or how you will solve it out? Some of the student may ask this type of the solution. 2 by 5 means 2 to 4, 1, 5 by 2. 5 by 2 multiplied by 2, 2 are cancelled. So 5 is the answer. It will be 5 and the half of the 10 is equal to 5. You can write 5 by 100, but instead of that I am writing here 10 upon 200 or 1 by 20. Or the matter is same. So 21 by 20. I will write 21 by 20 by 5 times because it is multiplied by 5 index or the superscripts. So 21 by 20, 21 by 20 into 21 by 20, 4 into 21 by 20, 5. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Okay, what is the answer now? 21 into 21 into 21 into 21 into 21 upon 20, 2 to the 4 to the 8, 2 the 16, 2 the 32, 32 1 0. This is it. 21 into 21 is equal to 441. So 441 into 441 into 21 divided by 320. And when you will solve it out, again the answer is same, and that is equal to, now I am solving it by using the calculator. Give me the mobile phone and I am solving it by using the calculator. Open calculator. This is it. Now 441 multiplied by 441 multiplied by 21 divided by 320, that is equal to, answer is equal to 12,700 and this much. So answer is same as by using the compound interest by 1.5 year, 1.5 year, or 1 year, 1 year and a half year, or by using this formula. Every time we have seen the answer is coming the same. बंद कर दो.